assembly loop. Dan heb je de blokken als keer nodig. Wat van hiervoor dat is niet. Dit is dit. Dat krijgt. Deze. Heb je het ook niet op gehad? Nee.
Okay, so this is the 2.4 liter, the B5244T3, which is not the best engine. It's from the S60. It's got the 83mm pistons, which means it's got the slightly thinner piston balls. As you've seen, I've shimmed those. For the turbo, I'll be running the manifold, I think. It has a flange which is Volvo specific. It's a T3 flange. At least it has the bolt pattern for it. And originally this had this turbo, the TD04, which is actually, funny enough, the one that's on the car, and on the 1.6. This turbo normally fits up, but I'll be running a slightly larger turbo likely. A Pulsar turbo. I'll see if I can get one with an internal wastegate, and I might go to external using a little spacer. That's just dependent on how it's going to fit in the car. I've already made engine mounts, beginnings of engine mounts, and I've added a AN10 oil drain for the turbo, as well as a AN6 turbo feed, oil feed. The crankshaft position sensor is on the flywheel. It's mounted right here. There's a notch in the gearbox. And for the camshaft sensors, I'm not sure yet which I'm gonna use, the original one, or if I'm gonna mount something up from like what one of the guys on the internet did. He put a bracket on here and put the sensor at the front because it wouldn't fit the back. This engine has exhaust VVT only. I'll be making a harness to actually wire it up to the ECU. I've got pin extra outputs for that. I don't know if I'll end up using it because I am going to be swapping to a different 5-cylinder from Volvo in the future. Maybe with the dual VVT, maybe with just the intake. I don't really know yet. Maybe no VVT. Volvo has a few separate heads that they've designed for this engine, and I don't know which one is gonna be the one that I'll be running on the next engine, because I'll be making a I'll likely be assembling a built one with forged rods and ARP hatch studs to make this car capable of up to 500 horsepower. So that'll be for the next engine, but that's in the future. Let's get this thing ready first. For the intake manifold, I'm running the stock one with an RX-8 throttle body, which is electronic. I'll be running an ECU Master EMU Black in the car to control that. And for the sump, I'll be designing a custom oil sump because I need the clearance with the steering rack. The fuel rail is the original one. It's just the end caps. You can drill and tap and then pull them out with a pull hammer. And then I've welded in these AN6 bungs, which are from QSP, just like the fitting here. Funny enough, they fit right in. I just have to weld them. I had to shorten the studs for the fuel rail slightly, like 5mm, because the Bosch 500cc injectors were slightly shorter than they're slightly shorter than the original ones. Also, something important is that there is this port and this port, which will both be going to the catch can. Normally on Volvos, this connects to a giant catch can that's on the side, an oil-air separator, and those tend to clog and build up unnecessary crankcase pressure in this car, in these engines. So I'll be deleting that, and there's underneath this cover there's another port which all will be going to catch cans to relieve that pressure as much as possible. This is the gearbox. It's a GS653DZ, which is a diesel gearbox made by ZF for BMWs. It's used in the 1 Series, 3 Series and some other cars. This one is actually out of a 1 Series. They supposedly can handle 600 Newton meters, but at work we've used these for way more. I've cut the gearbox off, the flange, and I've welded on a Volvo front wheel drive some old gearbox. I've cut it up and I've welded it on. This is easy, so it uses the Volvo starter. For the clutch, it's a BMW clutch, which is one out of an X3. So it can fit on the splines right here, and it's a 240mm clutch, which fits into the Volvo flywheel and the Volvo pressure plate. That way this Frankenstein setup will work using just original parts, and hopefully it'll last long. Something weird about this is the pilot bearing. BMW decided to put the pilot bearing not in the flywheel, but in the input shaft of the gearbox. So I've made a custom bit right here. It's actually press fit in. I prototyped a few of these to get the length and the diameter right. And it's a machine piece that's tapped into there. If you want to see more of that, there's posts on my Instagram, same name as the channel, of course. And there you can see all the CAD work and the scanning that I did to get this gearbox mounted. In the next video we'll be removing the engine, the 1.6, which is already happening, and we'll be test fitting this part using scanning and mocking it up on the computer in CAD before actually fitting it.